Jennifer Anderson is the president of the Municipal Association of Victoria and councillor for Macedon Ranges Shire Council. Good afternoon, Jennifer.
Good afternoon.
So tell me, this proposal, you can imagine that ratepayers aren't excited to pay more ever, but would the Municipal Association of Victoria support the scrapping of the rates cap?
No, we have never had a position to support scrapping of the rates cap. We've got concerns about how it's currently set, but we haven't had a position to state that, no, it should be removed.
Okay, so how is it currently set and how would it be different under what Jacinta Allen is suggesting?
So previously every year, the local government minister would get advice from the Essential Services Commission, I think it was, and they would provide what they thought was the best rate cap, and it's tended to go with CPI or cost price index in the past. So it has been set fairly low. Which for councils can mean that they've got to make some really tough decisions about what they can provide their community. Understanding we know we don't want to put burdens on our community, but we'd like to find some other sources of funding as well, such as from the federal and state government.
So have you noticed lately as inflation has gone up and cost of living has increased and cost of petrol has gone up, have there been more people who are struggling to pay their rates?
Well, it probably varies from different council to council, but there certainly will be some people that own a house that are struggling to pay their rates, but all councils work with those ratepayers. We put them on payment plans. We see how we can help. So there are mechanisms to help those people that may find paying those rates difficult.
So what do you think would be the best system going forward so that the rates actually cover the costs of what the councils need to do without depriving the constituents of services?
Yeah, well, I think rates are only part of the picture, so looking at that is important, and the Municipal Association of Victoria has been talking to the state government about some possible mechanisms. So with our other sources of revenues, you mentioned car parking before, so some councils might be able to do that. Population, demographics, amounts of roads, grants that they're able to get. So there's a whole lot of other sources of income. So how you determine the cap is one part, but also trying to improve other sources of income that aren't directly impacting our ratepayers. So particularly the 1% of what's called federal assistant grants. So the federal government, 1% of revenue that the federal government gets, if it could flow through to all councils across Australia, then that would really help to have less direct impact on the ratepayer.
I'm speaking with Jennifer Anderson, President of the Municipal Association of Victoria, about the possibility of removing rate caps as floated by Jacinta Allen and whether or not that's required so that councils can keep up what they need to do for their ratepayers. And it might mean ratepayers paying a little bit more. Give me a call. Tell me what you think. 1300 222 774. Do you think it's fair enough? Do you understand that the councils need more money and you'd be happy to pay more, or would you like to hear other options? Jennifer, can I ask, is there any traction with the federal government about that 1% of revenue going towards local councils?
Well, we've certainly been asking for a while, but we just had the National General Assembly in Canberra in late June. And so there really was a strong push there. We've had support from a lot of other organisations as well, and a lot of the states are supporting it, the state ministers for local government, because it takes the burden off the states as well.
Well, we'll see where it goes from here. Jennifer Anderson, President of the Municipal Association of Victoria, thank you for your time this afternoon.
My pleasure.
It's 4:14. Charlie with you on 774.